is a live look outside at the Oregon coast from our In It Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. The tragedy of our nation's drug epidemic is no secret, but as a successful college professor, our next guest never imagined it would touch her own family. Here to share her story, we welcome the author of Surviving Alex, a mother's story of love, loss, and addiction, Patricia Roos. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So this coming Mother's Day is a pretty somber anniversary for you. It will be 9 years to the day since you learned of Alex's death. How are you feeling? How are you prepping for this weekend?
This weekend is hard because it's Mother's Day weekend, and we think Alex died either the day before, the day after, or on Mother's Day. So it makes it very difficult. Luckily, we have a big family wedding this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that and hoping that it will change the the way we think about December 11th.
Sure, nice to find new ways to celebrate. And tell me a little bit about Alex. I read just a brief sample of the book, and he just sounds like such a vibrant young man who everyone felt like they were his best friend.
He was amazing. He was just smart. I mean, he had two parents who were academics, but we always thought he was smarter than we were. So he was just extremely smart, and just had a whole raft full of friends. And he was also very sensitive. I think you see this a lot. I hear from other moms that their children were very sensitive as well, and so Alex was, very sensitive, and that's a good picture of him. But he was just such a fun guy. He would leave, and whenever he left, he would say, "Peace, man." That was his way of saying goodbye, and chill. That was always the way he'd leave it with his dad when he left. We hung up the phone. So he was just a fun-loving, incredible athlete. You couldn't have a better son, really, until he started having mental health difficulties. Had anorexia when he was 12 years old, and that was the first sign that we thought something. There's a picture of him right in the midst of his anorexia at 12 and 13 years of age. That's a picture of him at high school. When he was graduate. Actually, that picture is funny because that was the picture that my husband wore when we got married, and Alex was tickled pink that it fit him.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Sure.
So Alex was clearly so talented and thrived in so many ways. I mean, you and your husband clearly gave him the best life that you could. When did you realize that beyond the anorexia that he also was struggling with substance use?
If you think about substance use, it really is self-medicating, and so the anorexia was a big wake-up call for us. And it happened when he was 12, 13 years old. He spent quite a few months in a eating disorder unit, and so that's how we first found out that he had issues, mental health issues. And then after he got out, the eating disorder unit worked, and we thought we had our good life back again. But shortly thereafter, he started to really drink heavily and start using drugs, which just got worse and worse as he went into high school and then college. But he graduated from high school. And then college, and did very, very well. Yeah, that's his college graduation picture.
And he accomplished a lot, and even in the dark times, he would come back and try again and go to rehab, and he was actively planning for another fresh start. I understand he was trying to go after his master's degree.
Yes, he was in a master's program. He was there in the master's program at Rutgers University, program of business and something or other, and he was doing very well and spent 1 year there, and then deteriorated from that point, so that was when it became very difficult for him.
I imagine there are a lot of moms who can relate to you, especially heading into this weekend. What would you hope to reach out and say to them and offer some support?
To moms who have issues with kids who have issues with substance use, I would say, you know, watch out for the stigma of healthcare workers. You know, make sure that you check out other than 12-step programs. Make sure you look for programs that have medicine assisted treatment. That's really critical. Make sure you have good insurance. We desperately need insurance. All Americans need insurance, but it should be a right and not a privilege. And we need insurance that really will provide enough treatment support rather than just a month in treatment. We need much longer treatment programs. And I always like to say that we need the political will too. I think too many politicians don't really have the political will to do what's really necessary to deal with our overdose crisis, because that's really what this is a national overdose process problem that we have. You know, it's a national problem for sure.
Absolutely, that a lot of families can relate to. Hey, the book is a beautiful tribute to your son, and we really appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Good. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com.